Hey guys, it's Philip Vandervossen, the marketing manager for the Myrtle Beach Jeep Jam, and am here with update number 3 on the 1989 Jeep Grand Wagoneer build. I told you about it a little bit in the previous 2 videos. So I'm here at my brother's house. This is the Grand Wagoneer. If you haven't seen it yet, if you've seen my previous videos, you know a little bit more about this. We've been here doing some serious wrenching on it the last couple of days. We started last week, actually. So what we're doing here with this build is we're going to turn it into a beach recovery vehicle is kind of the idea. But we're starting out with some reliability and performance upgrades. So the Grand Wagoneer was actually one of the last vehicles to have a carburetor here in the United States. So this is 89. They had the carburetor until 91 until they stopped making the Grand Wagoneer. So the main idea here is what we're trying to do is do a fuel injection upgrade, and what we're also doing at the same time is we're changing the ignition over and the distributor, and kind of take some of the parts of this vehicle that tend to be less reliable. People have trouble with the starter and distributor and the carburetor on these vehicles. So we're trying to do some upgrades to basically make it so this is a more reliable vehicle and perform better. This is a AMC 360, is a V8 engine, and it tends to kind of not be as performance based as you would expect. It's pretty low horsepower, and this particular one actually has been kind of strangled a little bit. It's not running too well. So what we've done, let's see, I can never figure out how to flip this camera around once I started. So anyway, I'll show you guys under your hood here, status. Last week what we did was, in order to switch from the carburetor to the Sniper 2 system, which is what we're doing, the Holley Sniper 2 fuel injection, we had to switch to a 4-barrel intake. So we had to do a whole intake manifold. So if I go in here a little bit, you can see the aluminum Edelbrock there. So we put an Edelbrock aluminum intake manifold on here. So that was the first thing we did for a relatively major project, actually. And then as long as we had it apart, we kind of decided to paint the valve covers there. But you can see the kind of main thing we're doing here is this Holley Sniper 2. We're going to do a whole video kind of showing you guys some of the details on this. But that is the throttle body there. And that's what will convert it to, let me see if I'm pointing in the right direction. That's what will convert it to the fuel injection. And you can see we have a whole new distributor of wires here. And we got rid of a bunch of the spaghetti vacuum lines all over the place. We still have a few left to figure out. You can see we got like this one here just comes out of nowhere, and we got to figure out where that goes. So we think that's actually related to the gas tank. That's venting for the gas tank. So anyways, and we have our electronics kind of mounted over here. And so you can see we're working on the build here. It's relatively involved, but it's also something that you can do. So, and it's a reasonable amount of money, and it can make a big difference in one of these full-size Jeeps, or if you have a CJ, it's a very popular thing to do in the CJs and the full-size Jeeps. So we had to mount a fuel pump. Is still with me? We had to mount a fuel pump in here. So we had to drop the fuel tank. There's actually an aftermarket plastic fuel tank in here, which is good. So on these full-size Jeeps, there's actually, let's see if I can find it. There's actually access back here on the back seat there that you can get to the fuel tank. Oop, photo, damn it. There we go. There. You can see it hopefully. But we had to, in order to mount the fuel pump, we had to kind of clear some space here. So my brother was working on, he cut the floor out of the bottom of the Jeep, as he does. So that's kind of the way he rolls a little bit. So anyway, so you can see that hopefully. We'll have a much better video. This is just a live video, just kind of a quick check in here, show you. So the fuel tank's going to go back in pretty soon. And then we have to mount a sensor in the exhaust line. So that's one of the last things we have to do. And then kind of hook between the fuel tank and the exhaust line. That's the 2 of the last things we have to do here. Then we got to hook up all the, make sure everything's hooked up. I think we have it mostly wired. We got to just draw the one wire to the battery here. They actually have this cool module here. Let's see right there. They call it PDM. You basically wire everything back to this, and then you take that box back to the battery. So it kind of simplifies your wiring a little bit. So anyways, we're going to get this all connected and then see if we can get this started so I can go home back to Myrtle Beach instead of being stuck here in Southport. But so there it is, the Grand Wagoneer. I just put a build page up on the website. So if you kind of look in the media section on the website, you will see kind of a description of what we're going to kind of do with this vehicle here. And we're going to have a whole build page coming soon. So we'll have the videos on this vehicle will be on YouTube and all the different social media channels. So you'll be able to see what we've done. I'm not going to do a full like step-by-step how-to, but kind of like more of a basic overview, and then you guys can see the full details of how to do these different steps on other people's channels. But we're going to kind of more do an overview of kind of like what we've done and kind of generally how it works. So yeah, of course we're going to have to fill this puppy with oil and get all the coolant back in there and everything, and then see if we can get started. I just made my probably like 8th trip to the auto parts store to pick up an order and pick up some parts. So little things here and there kind of derail projects. As you know, if you've ever done any work on a car or any work around the home, you can't do any project at your home without going to Lowe's or Home Depot at least 3 times. So anyway, so there it is. That's a check-in for you guys. And like I said, we'll have a fully edited video produced coming soon that you guys will be able to watch and kind of see where we're going with this project. So again, 89 Grand Wagoneer is getting a fuel injection upgrade, and we'll find out soon how it runs. All right, thanks guys.